Good evening and welcome to Time Out with Sports Adda. The Qualifier 1 is here. We are live from Kolkata. If we can have a look at the game today, it's a cracker jacker of a game. Salil, Bhavik, Salil, I'll ask you first. What is the atmosphere like and how much pressure would these teams be feeling at this moment?
Well, immense amount of pressure because they've not been here in a long time.
Yep.
Clearly, I mean, Rajasthan have finished top two after the first season in 2008. So it's a different
Yeah.
generation of players altogether. And Gujarat Titans just getting it first time right for the playoffs. So quite exciting and quite similar footing on both teams because there have been a few players who've been at that level before in the IPL. So quite a cracker jacker, and it's going to test the nerves of a lot of players today, for sure.
Oh, yes. Absolutely. Bhavik, Sanju Samson losing the toss for the 13th time in 15 games. My goodness, that is an atrocious record to have. But luckily, he has won most games as a captain. He's won the game, so that's not the worst part. But speaking of the toss, how important was the toss today? And Gujarat winning the toss, electing to bowl first. Do you know why is it and why have they taken such a decision here?
Well, see, Gujarat is clearly the team that has chased well, while
Yep.
Rajasthan, just as we mentioned, has lost all these tosses. So, be the nature of the IPL being any team that would, sort of win the toss will possibly bowl first. So, I'm sure even Rajasthan would be in a comfortable space of batting first. That, okay, this is not the first time that we are batting first. We have been put under pressure. Tosses are not going on our way. So, this is a win-win situation for both the sides. संजू
Yep.
सैमसन कैंप में बोला होगा यार मैं टॉस हार जाऊं तो ही सही है because
No
they've
pressure
batted
available.
well,
Yeah.
no pressure. If you look at the nature of the batsmen in Rajasthan camp, Joss Butler, Shimran Hetmeyer, Devdutt Patikal, they are someone in what we say, like इनको खुला छोड़ दो फिर इनका गेम देखो. So
Yeah.
I
Right,
mean
right.
it's a win-win situation both of them. Rajasthan has defended well, Gujarat has chased well. So this is a big tussle here, and
Best
hopefully
of both.
the best team, the one who absorbs the pressure, comes out victorious, and
Absolutely.
and
Salil, so
and possibly get a ticket to Ahmedabad.
get a ticket. Yeah, that's what they're playing for, the iconic
That's the
IPL
biggest
trophy.
thing. Yeah.
That's the biggest thing, yes. But Salil, we'll have a look at the lineups, Rajasthan lineup first, and if I can, ask you to take me through the lineup and what do you feel about this very strong 11 that they've put out?
Well, one of the best batting sides in this IPL, but with a lot of individual brilliance here. You saw Joss Butler who took them through for the first 7-8 games. Later on,
Right.
there was Devdutt Padikkal, Sanju Samson scrappy the entire tournament because he's not scored more than 400 runs. Last few matches, Yashasvi Jaiswal has been brilliant. Hetmeyer has been finishing brilliantly at the start. Not so much recently, but recently Riyan Parag and Ravichandran Ashwin have shown a lot of promise, showing the depth of the Rajasthan batting. You have Trent Bolt and Obed McCoy again taking wickets, but also blowing hot and cold, and the wonderful jodi of UZ Chahal and Ravi Ashwin.
Ravi Ashwin.
These guys have been brilliant. So they have a very good team, but at the same time, they have more players who have performed individually as
Yep.
against the Gujarat team, which has been like a more consistent kind of a team with small contributions from everyone. So they have the team. If they go all guns big blazing and they have 3 out of 4 batsmen clicking today, it's not going to be easy for Gujarat to chase. They might win it in the first innings if they score more than 180.
Wow. That's a bold statement there. Now, Bhavik, your favorite team, Apudu Ahmedabad. Speaking of the Gujarat Titans here, you can take us through the lineup. They have a single change in them. If you can tell me what was the reason for that and how good does the rest of the players look according to you for this game?
Well, just as we saw, Lockie Ferguson misses out, and Alzari Joseph, has been drafted in this 11. While we've known the formidable side of Gujarat, they've largely depended on Hardik Pandya's role in the middle, top of the order,
Right,
and the
right.
finishers, David Miller, Rahul Tewatia. So a bright start from Riddhiman Saha and Shubman Gill. Matthew Wade has been, looked very. He hasn't looked up to the mark, but somehow he fits into that 11. But then
Right.
again, all in all, this is a settled unit, tried and tested unit. More, it's a qualifiers, and now they are, inch they're dependent on their bowling. The batting hasn't fired that much to an extent on what we saw in the
Probably.
initial stages of the IPL. But I guess tonight is the time. We have a fresh pitch. It's not a used Mumbai pitch of almost 60 to 70 games. This is a fresh pitch. I'm sure it's going to be the same deck for the whole 40 overs. So tonight
Yeah.
we might just see the players coming in form who are looking scratchy in that middle period of IPL.
You're right. You're right, Bhavik. Now we'll go ahead and make some predictions before the start of the first innings.
Hmm.
Let's go to prediction time.
अपना भी क्वालिफायर्स है.
अपना भी qualifiers है.
I've
Bhavik,
topped the table.
Bhavik is on
अभी
top.
देखते हैं
Bhavik is on top.
आगे.
Yeah. I think it's Mumbai versus Chennai here between me and Salil. So who's going to finish last? But three predictions: batting, bowling, and team prediction. As you all know, so I'll go first. My batting prediction is Shimron Hetmeyer to hit more than 30. Yes, I think that he will get a chance today. And now that he's back with a fresh mind, and it's a fresh start for him. A lot to look forward to for us. And luckily, they're batting first, so I guess he will have that stage set for his showdown. My second prediction, and I think it's an interesting one, Rashid Khan to take 2 wickets. Yes, because I think he has been troubling everyone in the late few games, and his record in the playoffs has been phenomenal. He's picked up 8 wickets in the playoff games that he's played, and his economy has been less than 7. So that shows the kind of damage that he can do and create havoc for any other batting lineup. So that's my second prediction. My final prediction. Now this is where I'm kind of getting bold and out there. It's like 25 boundaries above or below. I would say above 25 boundaries because Rajasthan are known to hit a lot of sixes and fours. So I personally feel that if it is a run fest, it needs
180
to be a run
plus.
fest.
180
180 plus,
plus.
and that is
No
my
doubt.
prediction. These are my predictions. Salil, over to you.
Well, my first prediction is the captain of Rajasthan Royals, Sanju Samson, to score above 35. This is not a prediction. I'll honestly hope this purely because we've seen Sanju Samson as a player for the last 4 5 years. He's not to be considered as a newcomer. He's a captain of a premier franchise, and has faith has been kept in him for performing. So I think this is the time that he needs to show his maturity, not just for his squad but also for the selectors sitting out there. They've not picked him up for the upcoming tour, so he has a lot
Right.
of things to prove apart from this match. I think being a captain, he should rise to the level and perform. My second prediction is Mohammad Shami to be GT's top bowler. I think
Interesting one.
the kind of pitch report as well showed that there's a lot of grass. There's going to be a lot of movement for the quicks. There's not so much spin as promised as the Mumbai wickets, but expect Mohammad Shami to take a lot of wickets,
Local
more
boy.
wickets today. And yeah, he's a local boy and also taken 8 wickets in the power play. So he's more likely to strike
Early.
the RR, yeah, the
Yeah.
RR batsmen who've not really been in form. And my third and last prediction of RR score in the power play, they might start cautiously, but I think they will end up more than 30 runs. That would be my third prediction.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah.
We've often seen them struggle, they'll fall in less than that 30 run mark because of Josh Butler getting out early. So having said
Yeah.
that, my prediction here is Josh Butler to be the best batsman for Rajasthan. And it's 5 games or maybe 6 games, if I'm not too sure, that Josh hasn't sparred. I mean, the way he has announced himself in this IPL, we all saw
Initially.
that how lethal he was. I mean, anything that was in his arc was, flowing all over Marine Drive, New Navi Mumbai, Pune Highway, everywhere. So, let's just hope that, he's the main man for Rajasthan. And भले थोड़ा रन कर ले फिर आउट भी हो जाए, but Josh
Hmm.
Butler, yes, my first prediction. While my second prediction here, the bowling prediction would be caught the first dismissal of wicket. We've seen Josh Butler getting bowled. We've seen Yashasvi Jaiswal getting LBW, but I guess Shami bowling Yashasvi edging one can be something interesting. So yeah, this is my
Probably,
second
probably.
prediction. While my final prediction here, the team prediction is no doubt, just as we all
Come on,
mentioned,
we need runs.
160,
Yes.
170, 180, and that's it. इतना करो फिर चीज भी
Anything.
हो जाएगा.
So Bhavik has made his
So
intentions clear. So
no doubt. So yeah, so I'm done for this show. प्री मैच तो मेरा हो गया. अब नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन तो यही होगा कि who do you think is winning this game?
Well,
Gujarat
Bhavik will go
Titans.
first then. Why don't you go first?
Bhavik has already made his decision here that Gujarat Titans are going to come out victorious purely because Bhavik has been watching them closely and throughout the season they've been really consistent. Salil mentioned a point that Rajasthan has had individual performers, but if you have a look at Gujarat, they've been a collective unit.
Team
Even
perform.
Tewatia has scored those 30 runs. Rashid Khan has finished games. David Miller has finished games. So there's been a consistency and a unity that I can see in Gujarat, and which is very evident to all the viewers as well. So Salil, I'll ask you before we end the show. Final question before the start of play, Gujarat या Rajasthan?
Well, Rajasthan is also playing in their the territory that's best for them. That's batting first, and I think they're quite comfortable because they've won around 7 games batting first. So
Yep.
my pick is actually Rajasthan. I'm not going to make it very easy for everybody. I think I might go up with that purely because one, if you're batting on a brand new pitch with all six hitting batsmen, the highest six hitting batting team, and you have Shimron Hetmeyer, you have all the openers, Sanju Samson, Devdutt Padikkal in the middle, even Ravi Ashwin scored a lot of sixes. So if you expect them to make 170, 180 plus, it's not going to be easy for
Yeah.
Gujarat because there
Match
are a
on.
lot of wicket takers. They not only have the orange cap holder, they also have the purple cap holder in UZ Chahal and Ravi Ashwin. In spite of it not being a spin friendly pitch, they can really reduce the
No
run
doubt.
rate so much that Gujarat will have a tall order. So it's not going to be an easy game. I think it might go down to the wire. And when it comes to absorbing the pressure, I think Rajasthan have got more players that can absorb pressure as against Gujarat Titans. So my pick is Rajasthan, and there it goes.
Let's go then. It's going to be Bhavik versus Salil intense. Gujarat versus Rajasthan. Live action coming up. Thank you for joining with me, Salil and Bhavik. This was Time Out with Sports Adda. Let's have a great game today.